Hello everyone, and welcome to my fourth video for Stalker Call of Pripyat Misery 2.1 mod. Here I am back at the STALKER, ready to unload some of my loot. I'll go ahead and throw a link up in case you guys want to skip this part. It's not terribly important to watch and it's probably kind of boring. I spent a good about 15 minutes in here, so if you want to skip past all this, just click the link on the screen and you'll be able to jump ahead to where I set off again. Otherwise, if you want to see kind of how I prioritize my items and what my goals in buying are, then you could just stick around and watch if you want. One thing I make sure to do, I don't know if it's just me being OCD, is I detach any accessories like grenade launchers or silencers and unload every weapon before I sell it. One reason to do this is the items that you sell, the weapons that are degraded to beard, you can unload the ammo out of that and actually sell the ammo at a little bit of a higher price to OWL. So it's probably not that big of a difference. Time wasted on it probably is not enough hassle to bother, but I do it anyways. I also like to go back and forth between the two of them quite a bit to see whether it's beard or whether it's owl that gives me the best price on stuff. And from this, I've pretty much learned that beard, you sell artifacts, you sell cigarettes, and you sell animal parts, and any degraded weapons, and pretty much everything else to OWL. There are things that sometimes beard gives you a better price and sometimes OWL does, and sometimes that goes back and forth. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's a faction thing or what. I don't know if it depends on what quests you've completed, any achievements you've earned, but for the most part, OWL gives you the better price on a lot of stuff. There you can see I finally bought some armor. That was pretty much my first priority. I even picked that up before I got a battery and a headlamp. But it's up to you if you really want a battery and a headlamp, so that you could have your hands free to wield the shotgun, then that's up to you. I just went for the armor first because it is the daytime and I'm not in drastic need of a flashlight as of yet, or rather a headlight, but it's your preference. Here's an example of me going back and forth trying to find whether Beard or Owl gives me the best price on things. Also picked up the Bloodsucker Lair quest. Now, if you're new to the game, um, you may not already know how the Bloodsucker quest is handled. There's actually a couple of ways to complete it. You can either go into the lair and wipe out all the Bloodsuckers just by killing them all individually. That's probably the hardest way to complete it. The other way is you can actually pay Owl up here for some information, and he will tell you about a gas canister that's in a sort of a military escort caravan of vehicles, I guess you'd call it, that's stuck up at the bridge. And since I already know about it, I choose not to pay him for the information, because it's not like you really need to pay him for the information for it to appear or be available. You could actually just discover it on your own. So I guess it's kind of cheating that I already know about it and choose not to pay him for the information. But every ruble saved counts. In this playthrough, I do sell a lot more of the items than I did as I played through it with my sniper. With my sniper, I wanted to keep almost every weapon I found that was in yellow condition or above. Um, Enough condition to repair it with kits. But that was kind of a waste because I never really used a huge variety of weapons. I guess I just have them in that save game in case I want to go back and mess around with them and try upgrading them. But I only really switch back and forth between shotguns, an AKM, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R's SG550. I also kept any ammo I found in my first playthrough, so that by the end of the game I had probably over 1,000 rounds of 9mm ammunition. It just not really worth it. And again, if you've lasted this far, I commend you on your patience. I know I probably wouldn't have watched all of this, so in case you're still here, I'll throw that link up once again to skip you ahead to where I set off from the Skidovsk. Here I pick up the bandit ambush quest. This is a quest that's only really done at night at about 11 p.m. And since I'm far from that time frame and I don't want to wait for the quest, which is essentially like sleeping or just sitting there going hungry, I go ahead and keep it active and just I'm gonna go and run and do some other things while waiting for that time. As you can see, it's about 6 hours away. Well, 6 in-game hours. Alright, in the meantime, waiting for it to become nighttime, I'm going to go see if I can find Grouse, who was supposed to meet up with me or contact me when he figured out just what was going on. And I haven't heard from him and haven't seen him since, so... Anybody who's played Call-A-Pripyat probably knows where to find him, just like I do, so that's why I'm making a beeline right over here towards this shack. Here's the missing stalker we were originally trying to find, Danila. And that's strange, the door's locked. Usually once you find Danila, you're able to go right in there. So I'm not sure if I came here too early, but at this point I'm a bit confused and I'm not really sure how to proceed. I'm sort of crossing my fingers that the quest itself just isn't glitched somehow. So instead what I choose to do is kind of detour up here to the ranger station. There's a couple of stashes there that I want to grab. And then I guess after that I'll come back and I'll try once again and see if it works. Could be that I just need to let a certain amount of time pass between when I last meet Grouse and when I find him. Ranger Station is kind of a dangerous place. It's usually full of bandits or mercenaries. There'll be maybe 1 or 2 groups in there of 3 or 4 each. So I don't want to raise any alarms. Just want to come in here and try to get to where I need to go and then leave. If you decided to skip ahead past when I was on the Skidoffs selling off my items, I did pick up some armor finally. I have a sunrise bodysuit now, and the only thing I'm lacking is a helmet. So I have some protection, but if I get shot in the head, that's pretty much a death sentence. I thought there was a stash on that truck, but I think I was just getting the trucks mixed up. There's a stash and a truck outside. There's also one up here in the corner. Now these stashes I'm going for, I don't believe were in Call of Pripyat. They're unique to Misery 2.1 and 2.0. They're actually part of a side quest. They're called Aloon's Journals. And here at the ranger station you could actually get 2 of them. I think altogether there's about 5 or 6. That was close. These journals all have little rhymes or riddles that sort of point you into the next direction of where to get the next journal. But they are pretty difficult riddles, and they are a little bit vague. So I'm just going to show you guys where to find them. Here's the first one. Careful on these pipes, it's very easy to slip off one side or the other. You kind of have to keep tapping the strafe button to straighten yourself out on them. This tendency is to slip off one side as you move forward. And there's the second stash. Items aren't great, but they're better than average. And actually the last stash that you find, or what is supposed to be the last stash, actually has my next weapon upgrade. You get an excellent condition AKM. Customized. There's another stash hidden between the truck cabin and its bed. Fortunately, I got a little bit of radiation. Some of Beard's tea should clear that out. Now here's where I went wrong. I stuck around a little too long, got a little too curious. What I should have done was just leave, but unfortunately I kind of poked my head in here hoping to find some more stashes. And I run into a bunch of bandits. So I'm going to save here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.